Hello, Mr. Summary Guy 10 and all the others watching. I'm having a look at your replay that you uploaded to code2.org. You asked for a little bit of help. Didn't quite know where you went wrong in this particular game. So yeah, I'm going to cast it, have a look at it, and let's just jump right into it. There we go. Yeah, you asked where you did go wrong, especially pointing an issue with the Pershing that you lost. We'll come to that later, but I'll just use this opportunity to kind of speak about general gameplay and I don't know, give tips where I can. Maybe that's helpful for you. Yeah, see what this is. This is kind of a little bit of a special video. We might stop at some points and I don't know, talk about strategic possibilities, the actual game situation, stuff like that. Yeah, we'll see. So a little bit more of an approach in terms of analyzing. Instead of just hyping gameplay and, I don't know, looking at effects and stuff that we usually do. Probably less bullshit as well, because when Mr. FestiveLongJohns and I are casting, it's normally a lot of bullshit, but yeah, I'll try to keep it a little bit helpful here, because, yeah, you asked for help, I'm trying to help you. Alright, let's look at this. We're playing Simaski, you're playing US Forces, your opponent's going for Ost here, you're going double rifle start, what else? Not a lot about that to say. You're starting in the south, he's starting in the north, which is definitely the favorable position for you. That's just my opinion, of course, but there's just no really real other way of seeing it for me. Like downside is the south side, or rather west side, is definitely better than the east side, just because of this stupid house with this cutoff here blocking it off. So yeah, that's quite a good position. You got lucky on the starting position a little bit. Alright, you already chose your doctrine, you went for Pershing. In my opinion, you can't really go wrong with Pershing at any point, because it just offers so much and it's just so useful in many situations. On this map, Rangers are really good, because you can just ambush and there's a lot of close quarters combat, a lot of cover, you can approach your opponents. So Thompson Rangers will be good. It's a solid choice for you. I mean, I'm not a fan of choosing a doctrine before it actually gives you anything, but in this special case it even gives you anything. You can build sandbags and mines off the bat. So yeah, interesting. And definitely alright to choose the doctrine right here. Your opponent's going with a sniper. Another Gren. That's actually really interesting. He's going for Gren as his third tier 1 unit. Or I guess second, because the MG isn't into 1 anymore, but you guys get the idea. That means he's not going to have really a lot of field presence. The sniper's not going to be able to push any rifles off if you do it right, so you should be able to get a lot of territory. You're spreading out on the flanks, echelons capping this, rifles going up here, capping all the left side. It's definitely good. The third rifle coming down to support the echelon, maybe pressure the middle or the right flank. Doing good so far. It's actually really good here because the sniper isn't paying off at all right now. He's just standing there waiting for targets. You're avoiding the middle completely. Avoiding the middle completely is dangerous, because what he could do right now, if he'd get the MG out of there and in there, this is a really rough spot to go through. You don't have nades yet, so the MG will just pin you and the sniper will shoot you. Even worse, if he hops in here, you won't be able to get your cutoff back. So you don't have to go for the middle balls deep, but I recommend at least sending a squad there to just at least stall him and secure your position a little bit. Alright, first fight, Pyos against Rifleman. You're hopping in a house, which is generally good, but if you have a look at this, there's only a single window. One rifle can shoot at 4 pioneers. Your opponent is rather capping this point, which is alright, but if he'd move in closer, he could probably do more damage with the Pioneer. You should be able to win this fight still, though. Actually, you might want to hop out now and try to kill the Pio before he finishes capturing the fuel. Yeah, meanwhile, you're capping the other flank. He's gonna have double ammo, which is definitely nice. Especially for that doctrine, you get a lot of possibilities to spam mines and other fancy stuff. Second rifle moving in support. Actually, you might get the kill on that Pioneer if he doesn't retreat. Yeah, you gotta chase it. Another 4 rifles or 3 rifles gonna open fire. Oh, and to pop the flamer. Wow, that's really nice pickoff right there. Not only that you killed the Pio, but you also killed the Flamer right as he pops, and that also tells you that he spent his first 60 ammo on the Flamer that is now just exploded. Alright, let's see. Yeah, there we go. Alright, he's capturing, that's what I mean, he's capturing this house, he got a sniper in there. I don't know where you put the sniper in the house, but that's just me. So you got the MG in here, which is gonna allow him to take your cutoff. Which makes this entire side useless, unfortunately, except the VP, obviously. Going 4 rifles, Captain, that's pretty solid. Ambulance, why not? Good idea. In this very situation, I'd recommend rushing a Stuart now. You only have seen 2 Grants, and you just killed the Flamers, so there's not going to be that much ammo for him available on Tellus. Stuart would really roll right now. Generally, against Ostia, rushing a vehicle isn't a bad idea, in my opinion, because their forms of countering them are rather limited. If you do it right. I mean, of course, they got tracks and pack guns and fancy stuff, but generally, in my opinion, kind of limited. You're capturing his cutoff in return. That's kind of funny. It's a little bit of a game of cutoffs here. You might as well hop in the house now. Your advantage, though, is that you're connected to the fuel and he isn't, so that's good for you. I think you built a fighting position somewhere. Oh, there. Alright, that's an interesting wire here. I don't know if you built it. I assume you built it. Not exactly sure what you're trying to accomplish with it, because the thing is, you're not denying the point. He can just walk here and capture it in the circle, and he can also walk around this house here if you're trying to deny this part. So what I would recommend is just getting a wire here, which just blocks this entire thing off, and then getting a wire here, which just, if you have a look at the tactical map, this is a cutoff. It cuts this off. So if you place barbed wire here, you just cut him. You can just block him off the cutoff. This time he managed to get into the house, same situation again, but you're running to the big side. There's 4 windows firing at you now, which means you're going to lose this fight. If you go over here, there's only 1 window, and you'll be able to gun this Gran out easily, which would have won you the engagement. Just something to keep in mind. You always want to go for the side with the least windows. Doesn't matter if there's more cover or not, because yeah, you can easily beat them. Oh, that's a dead rifle there. Obviously not good. Using a rifle as US forces really hurts. Nice smoke barrage called in. Another dead rifle. That is really heavy casualties for you right there. Down to 2 rifles and the captain. It's gonna make it hard for you to gain your map control back. Opponent's kind of screwing up with the sniper a little bit. Yeah, generally you want to retreat there. Yep, there's no point in staying there. You're just gonna lose that engagement. Also, I would recommend in this situation, don't push here. Yeah, hey, rifle lights are a little bit dicey sometimes. Alright, so you get this entire side here secured, so you might as well just push here, just take his cut off and sit there. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have the fuel down here, but he won't have his fuel down over here, because if you secure this position, it easily allows you to push through here and harass his fuel constantly, while he, again with this kind of situation here, you can't easily push through there because you got a fighting position, you potentially have a squad in there. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend rushing this until you have either nades or some indirect fire. Or Stuart might as well, as you get one now. Be careful though, he might faust you. Yeah, there comes the faust, gotta be lucky. Nah, not lucky, didn't kill the Grand Squad in time. There comes incendiary rounds. I don't think they do much against the Stuart, so you should be fine. I'm doing some damage, but you take nades, good thing, you might wipe this MG. I guess out. You might kill it, there you go, that's really nice. You lost 2 rifles, but now you're able to get an MG42, which is definitely something you don't want playing against Ostia. I mean, as Ostia you don't want to play against an MG42. Yeah, Stuart, nice choice. It should have, in my opinion, should have been there earlier, because I'm pretty sure you could have afforded it earlier, but yeah, it's still going to have an impact. He doesn't have any AT yet. He just built tier 2 and gets an AT gun. So yeah, you're totally fine. Watch out for that rifle, you don't want to lose a 3rd one. Well played. Yeah, interesting. There isn't really a lot to fear right here. The problem is if he had Grants nearby, they come, they might just faust you, and then it becomes really, really dangerous for the Stuart. Might lose the MG in the house if you don't watch out. Yeah, there comes the second Faust. Lost the MG, which is kind of a shame. At least your opponent didn't get it back. Now you gotta watch out for your Steward. You're arresting the fuel again. You're really doing a good job on arresting the fuel here. Well done. That is something that's really important. Captain retreated. You're just gonna bleed manpower. You're not gonna win anything. He's eventually gonna die. Just retreated. Should have retreated a while ago. Alright, so the Steward. Even if you know your opponent doesn't have AT, try to not let him Faust it, because what's that gonna do? It's gonna buy him time to get actual AT. Just try to stay out of range and snipe his units. The Steward is really good at sniping stuff. His accuracy at range is pretty decent as well, in my opinion. So yeah, just stay away from the Fausts. What else? Yeah, also another thing, don't engage if you get an engine damage. Like, even if there's no threat at all, you know, I would say always rather safe than sorry, and don't engage while you have an engine damage. It just becomes too easy to pick the thing off. Like, if he'd have another Grand Squad around the corner, that thing would have been dead. So yeah, watch out for that. Best thing, don't engage when you have an engine damage, or are dead damage generally. Just Cavalry with a sniper so you can see it. It is pretty ballsy, because you can see the sniper and you could just roll up with the Steward if he wouldn't have all the forces over here. But yeah, again, you have fuel control. You're not connected, but it doesn't matter. As long as your opponent doesn't get it, that's fine. Yeah, again, you spotted the pack gun. Now you gotta get the hell out of there. He's not Fausting you for some reason. Probably wasn't paying attention. Now he is. Yeah, so yeah, now you gotta duke around the house. You can't really retreat. I would suggest smoking this and then just push up with some rifles. It's the second Faust coming in. The pack gun doesn't... Wow, nice hit. The pack gun doesn't get an angle, so you're somewhat safe behind that house. You can't get it out there, because otherwise it's gonna shoot you, but for now you're good. The Grand might Faust you again. You really need some support over here. Should get some rifles up. Also, maybe you want to get another rifle, or well, might as well get ranges. Captain might be able to defend off the AT gun. Yeah, hopping out of this was really not a good idea. That's unfortunate. I don't know, maybe it was a mistake. Generally, you don't want to hop out. Even if you want to crit repair, don't do it when stuff's next to your Steward, because you might just hop in or might kill the weak crew and you're gonna lose it. So you just duke around the house as long as possible, wait for the rifles and the lieutenant to arrive, and clear all this off. Oh wow, nice wipe. That's another dead Gren. And Rifle's in trouble, but there's nothing to wipe him on retreat, so that's good. Yeah, it looks like you're climbing your way back into the middle. You're connected to the left side again. Your opponent isn't harassing this side at all, which is kind of good for you, because you're just getting free resources. And he also doesn't harass the VP, so he's still draining. Yeah, you're overall looking pretty good. You take the lieutenant, back take to lieutenant. That's interesting. I don't know. I guess you did it because you wanted to get the unit. The only thing that's worth getting now from the lieutenant tech is an HMG, I would say, which is totally alright in this map. But since you just caught in some ranges, I don't think you're gonna get one right. Yeah, the vehicles aren't really worth it anymore at this point. The M20 can be if you're just laying mines, but yeah, otherwise. Watch out, you don't want to let him hop into that house. 10 is getting really low. Yeah, get the lieutenant out of there. Nice nade though, that's gonna force off the MG. You'll have to retreat that. I just wiped the squad over here. What's that, the Pios? Oh, you didn't pay attention to his Pios. Well done. Nice pick off. That's always good. If you manage to get squads on the flanks, you know he doesn't pay attention, you can wipe them. That's really helpful. Also, you don't want to hop in the house like this. Check the health before you hop in, because that's one more hit of anything and the house is gonna go down with the squad inside. So just, yeah, the mortar shooting at it. Really gotta get out of there. lost the echelon. That's not too good. You might as well just you might just go for the sniper now. Thompson Rangers are gonna clear all this up. I don't even go for the knight. You gotta charge the sniper if you want to get it down to 3 men. There you go, treating. Well done. It's kind of unfortunate that all the stuff is in the base right now, because otherwise you might be able to a leg spike there. You might be able to capitalize on this and actually go for his cutoff and secure this position. Yeah, your opponent got his fuel back, so he's finally gonna have some fuel as well. Let's see if he attacked yet. No, he didn't. He's gonna rebuild his pioneer first. Yeah, you basically just pushed him off the map entirely. Like, have a look. There's nothing on the map, not at all. All his entire army's in the base. If you notice that, you gotta capitalize on it. Those echelons, for example, they've been sitting in there for the entire game. Sure, it's nice to have it in there, but you might want to get them out and actually do something, like cap this point, get in the house just to cockblock it. Yeah, send echelons out to the flank. Let's really load that squad. You can cap with it, harass, no problem, but you gotta watch out for it really, really well. Otherwise, you're gonna lose it. Now you gotta serve an HMG. That's really cool. I like seeing that. You don't see too many 50 cals, and I think it has a lot of potential. Might want to hop it in that house, or just line it up here so you watch the cutoff. You really got to capitalize now on the fact that you pushed him off the map entirely. Your opponent went Tiger Ace, which you didn't know at this point, I assume, because there's no way of telling. He went saw some Sturmtruppen. He doesn't have any ammo to upgrade anything. He could get a Shrek, but I won't get Stormtroopers with Shreks. So yeah, your lieutenant will be able to force this off. You're throwing a nade, which sure, it's getting him out of the building, but he's just gonna help in right again. Nice dodge by him. And you know, you've won this easily if you just stay here and gun him out. Like, you don't even need to throw the nade. You can just wait a little. But on this side again, he's gonna gun you down. Like, you're gonna lose an engagement now that you've normally would have clearly won. So that's kind of a shame. Really important in fight against garrisons. Go for the side with the least windows. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. I mean, you got a nice hold, you know, sure. Like, that's really good, getting the church and controlling the middle, sort of. But might as well have gone for this house and just control the entire map. Like, he won't be able to res over here, which he luckily for you isn't doing anything, but doing anyway. But you know, you could just lock this down really hard. Getting yourself an AT gun now, that's definitely not a bad move. You always want to have AT even if you don't need it in a certain situation. You also got a shit ton of ammo. You get 400 ammo, you get the field defenses, so you might just want to lay mines with your rifles everywhere. Simoski is one of the best maps for mines, like here, 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 here. I mean, I could go on with this forever. You could just lay mines everywhere on this map and it would be useful. Just going on here, here. You get the idea, you know? The kid just lay mines everywhere, just spam them. You only got 2 rifles anymore, but that's yeah, it's still enough to lay a lot of mines. That's alright. Alright, you went tier 1, tier 2 and let's do it, so you just, yeah, you have enough fuel for the Pershing when it comes out. There's no really, you can't really afford to take a major, I guess, at this point, if you want the Pershing straight off the bat. And yeah, he's just gonna mortar you out of there. Also, don't stay in houses with 2 squads. That's not really, most of the time, doesn't really make any sense, because there's not enough windows on one side for everyone to shoot out of. That's a little bit of a shame, losing the MG right there. That's a ambulance healing stuff up. It's not in healing range. Alright, as we see, game's halfway over. Let's do a little bit of a analysis in the middle of the game. I'm gonna stop here for a second. What do we got? We got for you, we got two rifles, the Thompson paratroopers, the lieutenants. That is definitely giving you some decent pushing power in terms of infantry. You lost a lot of squads, which is kind of unfortunate, but you came back really well by calling in the Rangers, and the lieutenant paid off as well, I guess, getting it finally. Yeah, you gotta pay a little bit of more attention towards unit preservation. That's what I would say from the first half of the game, because you lost, I think, several, like one echelon and several rifles. If you'd have all the manpower from the squads that you actually replaced it with, you would have been able to build some caches or maybe a pack Harvey or I don't know what. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can buy. So yeah, it just definitely hurts you. So unit preservation important. Like I can always recommend just constantly watching this bar up here. Just constantly watch. All the squads that are engaging. If a squad gets low health, loses a couple of men, just double click to it and you'll just zoom right at it. So I don't know, check out the situation. Just constantly watch it. It's honestly probably watching and scanning this bar all the time is probably often more important than watching the actual gameplay on the screen, because it allows you to have all your army in one picture. You can see it in one frame, and if anything goes wrong, you can just detect it immediately. Meanwhile, your opponent is still pretty low on actual core combat infantry. It's kind of interesting. He's only having 2 Grens, but therefore his support weapons are doing really well. The MG is definitely a pain for you. You have 400 ammo, and I think you take nades. Yes, so you might as well just, before you engage somewhere, just smoke here, and then just run in and nade the house or something. Smoke nades are really important. Well, a lot of people forget about it when they take nades, so yeah, maybe you try to utilize your ammo a little bit more, because you have a lot of it, and you can definitely capitalize on it more. Mines, as I said, there's a lot of stuff suspended. Sniper's doing alright too. He's been bleeding you quite a bit. 27 kills. That is quite a lot. No sign of taking for your... Never mind. Your opponent actually takes to tier 4 and has 180 fuel, so this is getting a little dangerous for you now, because the thing is, you're gonna get a Pershing at 13 CPs, I guess, and he has the ability to take to tier 4 and get a Panther out in time, and the Panther's doing really well against the Pershing, so yeah, you gotta watch out and gotta pressure your opponent a little bit more now to avoid that. Alright, let's tune it back into the game. There we go. Sniper firing off another shot. Yeah, his AT is really limited, actually. It's interesting because a Sherman might have paid really off, now that I'm thinking about it, but it's totally alright to just get the Pershing when it comes out. Nope, nice nade there. Watch your squad, you don't want to lose the Vet 2 rifle at all, you don't want to lose it. Retreat it. Ah, that's a shame. That's what I mean. I mean, you might have get the cap, but definitely if you're risking losing a Vet 2 rifle, no cap in the game is worth it, except you're down on the last VPs. Nading a sniper. I would rather have naded the MG in that situation, because nading a sniper, honestly, that's not going to work as long as your opponent is paying attention to that spot. It's the only engagement, so he's going to have his eyes on it and he's going to see it. They're getting an AAF track now. It might actually be an interesting call. I kind of like that, because it's not like you still gonna have enough fuel for the Pershing when it comes out, and the AAF track might actually give you the edge because there's only a single AT gun. It's definitely gonna be interesting. Your opponent, Roland, finally recapturing the right side, which hasn't been contested the entire game. Just give you tons of resources. You finally got a squad out of there. That's pretty good. Well done. Utilizing that. A little bit of the calm before the storm right now. Everyone's just reinforcing. IT gun still not able to do anything. He didn't get any armor, but yeah, it's gonna be useful against the tier 4. Smoke coming in. The problem with this is the smoke is going to cover you by the MG, but the problem is that they are pinned, and it's going to take them a while to get up, and probably the smoke's going to be gone before they completely recover. Not even talking about the LMG Gren moving up now. So what you want to do is you want to get your echelon in, smoke the thing, and then run in with your Rangers. Like, smoke is mostly only useful for attacks if you use it before you actually engage, so units don't get pinned or suppressed in the forehand. A good situation. You might just well jump over here and yeah, force the MG off. All right, now would be the time to jump over the wall and just hop into the building. AF truck's gonna go down, I guess. No, it's not. Doesn't have vision on it. Oh, it is. That was unlucky. That was unlucky. It didn't quite pay off. I guess he lost the echelon as well. Yeah, watch out with the AF track. You want to use it a bit more defensively, because if it's moving, it doesn't have its main gun firing, and you just want to keep it like here. Let its main gun fire at the house, and whatever wants to approach it. That's unfortunate. Really unlucky hit for you. Smoke coming down, but yeah, it's again, you know, smoke. Even this smoke barrage is really quick. It takes too long to cover you if you don't call it in before you actually do the action. He's capturing his cutoff back. Yeah, he's really getting map control. You gotta watch out. He's getting the right side back. He's having his fuel constantly now. You gotta watch out not to get pushed back too far behind. Yeah, you're down on really low on infantry again. You lost a lot, but Papa Pershing is here to save the day. Let's see how he does. Yeah, nice opening shot, definitely. But your opponent getting a Panther at the same time, and the Panther's just gonna do really well against the Pershing. So watch out of that. Taking 2 AT gun hits. See, what you gotta do now, what I told you before, is try to place mines. Like, mines here, somewhere on this approach. Mines here on this approach. Because if his Panther runs into a mine, it's dead meat. Your AT gun and your Pershing are gonna be able to finish it off easily. Yeah, nice move, nice move. You're capitalizing a lot on the fact that he doesn't have anything there to faust you. So you're capitalizing a lot on it. Just killing all his weapon teams. Really, really well done. Now don't get too greedy. You don't know what he has on the base, so don't get too greedy. Yes, drive out again. Good move. Might be able to steal the AT gun. Stealing the PAG 40 would be glorious. That would be worth so much. Actually, you might just want to do that with the Rangers. It's worth it. That's for sure. Same with the mortar. Yeah, there comes the Panther. Nice shot at the Pershing. Get the AT gun up, you're really nice. Yes, good reaction. You want to get the AT gun up there. The Pershing's gonna go down. That's a shame. That really is a shame. Down it goes. And now he's gonna be able to call in the Tiger Race, and he actually does. Yeah, that's probably gonna be game for him, huh? Like, there's nothing to stop the Tiger Race. That's kind of a shame. Alright, so yeah, nice call, another AT again, but you definitely need more infantry. You need more infantry. Lost the Rangers as well, which is kind of the problem. Not enough infantry. Just wiped a bunch of support weapons, but you still have the edge in the infantry warfare. Nice harassment. That's good, keeping the VPs low. He's down to 100 VPs actually, so it's getting a little dangerous for him. He's triple capped. So yeah, at this point you might actually be able to stall and might be able to play on time to drain the VPs. Although it's going to be really difficult. You got to make a difficult decision now. Which is either you want to get more infantry because it's desperately needed, or you want to save up for the Pershing, which will be there in another, what's that, another minute, I guess. You're building another rifle. That's alright. That's alright, I guess. You just got to play really well with the AT guns now to defend against the Tiger Race. I would have probably, I don't know, probably would have gone for the Pershing, just because he doesn't have an AT gun, so your AT guns will be able to defend and synergize really well with the Pershing against his 2 vehicles. But, I mean, you might as well get more infantry, that's totally alright. I would have liked to see Rangers though. You got the ammo to upgrade them, and they would do better than vanilla rifles right now. Here comes the Panther back on the field. Yeah, that's actually a really, really horrible combination now for you. The Tiger Ace and the Panther in the back. It's extremely hard. It's going to be extremely hard to stop, even with a Pershing. Tiger Race doesn't really give that much of a shit against the AT guns. Yeah, we had this before. That's going to lose that fight easily. AT guns, see, that's the thing. The AT guns are out of position because there's no infantry at all to cover them. Because there is no infantry. Even snipes one. Yeah, that is not exactly great. If he might, I mean, if he wants to, he can just roll up with the Tiger Race now and roll the AT gun over. To be honest, you might as well do that. Nice job over here. You got the lieutenant there, but the thing is, you might win this fight and capture the fuel, but you might lose the game instead in the middle because he's gonna roll up with the Tiger and kill the 2 pack guns, and that's yeah, that's not worth it. Definitely not, unfortunately. You're gonna have a Pershing in another second. There you go. You can call it in. But the thing is that the Pershing is not gonna be able to do anything without the AT guns. The Tiger Race alone beats it easily, and then the Panther just makes it not really a battle anymore. The opponent might actually go for a base rush here. I don't know. Yeah, that's a Pershing. Yeah, losing those AT guns probably was the game, because you really needed them to defend against the armor. Lieutenant's doing pretty well. Actually, nice choice by getting that guy earlier. Bet 3. That becomes really helpful in the late game because he sprints everywhere. Oh, so much for that. Yeah, that's a Pershing. Yeah, it's not gonna do anything. Like, nice mode to cover it. Tiger's just gonna blitz after it probably. There's nothing to stop it really. God, that thing's fast. With blitz on the road, holy shit. Yeah, and now he's basically standing in the base. Might as well speed this up a little bit, because I don't think there's anything. Got 19 off. Can't finish it. Yeah, trying to stall for VPs. Oh, nice mine. But yeah, at this point you're not just gonna get any VPs back anymore. It's also 50. If it would be like 10, alright, but 50 you're never gonna be able to hold the map for that long. Getting Zooks on your rifles, interesting. Now you're planning mines. See, that's what I should have done like 20 minutes earlier. Just build mines everywhere where your rifles are. Whenever you're capping, just build mines. Whenever you're just not engaging, you're just defending a position, build mines. You know, just all the time. I mean, you definitely have enough ammo for that. And let's go. Playback over, GG. Alright, so that's that. Yeah, let me just sum up some core points for you again. First and most important thing, try to keep your infantry alive a little better. That's really just a practice thing. That's something you can work on easily, and something, well, you definitely got to work on because it's the most important thing in the game probably, keeping your squads alive. That is definitely what lost you the game, and that is definitely what won your opponent the game, I guess. Not only that he wiped a lot of your squads, but also he was able to, he got the vet-free sniper, he had the MG for a long time, mortar, he had both grants for a long time. So yeah, he did a little bit of a better job on that regard. So yeah, first things first, infantry. You want to keep that alive at every time. Just constantly, like I've said, constantly check over here, this bar, try to keep it alive better. Second thing, try to not get fausted with your light vehicles. Even if there's no threat around it to finish it off, just try not to, because he's stalling and you never know what he might have in the backhand to just throw at your vehicle then. Just try to avoid getting fausts, because honestly, you're not really, like, if you stay here and shoot the Gren over here, you're still gonna be doing decent damage and force it off. So you don't have to just drive into it and shoot it and catch a faust. Then make better use of your ammo. I know that's hard sometimes. Like, that's something I am personally struggling with as well with sometimes. But in this situation, it's really an easy opportunity. Just mine everything. Mines everywhere. Mines. And if it's not that, if it's not the mines, just get infantry upgrades. Get bars earlier. Get them on all your rifle double bars, and you're just gonna completely wreck your opponent's infantry. Use smoke nades more, especially against houses. Is there something else? I don't think so. That should be the most important points. Yeah, combat against houses. That's something you get. I mean, as I told you now, you're probably going to do it in the next games. It's just something you got to know to do it. So yeah, just always stay on the side with the least windows, and you're going to be able to win engagements a lot easier. Like, you can even win an engagement against the church, for example, easily if you just stand here. I just fire here, there's only one window, you're going to push him out of the church unless it's an MG. So yeah, that's that. Maybe something with the Pershing here. You haven't seen any armor of your opponent in the entire game, so you'd expect something like a Panther, a Tiger, something like that to come out. So yeah, you were doing a really good job here with the AT guns and the what's that UI? I think the mortar. But then just pull back, and maybe try to pull back into this directions, where your AT guns are covering you from here, instead of here where you have no cover at all. That was why the Panther was able to finish you, because your AT guns were out of position. Either move the AT guns up here to cover the cutoff, or move your Pershing back here when you're getting attacked by the Panther. Yeah. So that's it, I would say. Any further questions, of course, you can just ask, and I'll try to help out. I'll review other replays if you get them. I hope you could help. I could help a little with this and make some stuff clearer. To answer the question where you did go wrong, it was definitely the infantry that you lost in the early game and mid game. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I hope you learned something, and I hope all the others that watch learned something too. And it was kind of helpful. I like to do this more, so yeah, let me know if it helped or not. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield.